Hey everybody, Coach Sean here. Welcome to another follow along workout where the goal is to keep you strong, functional, and healthy. Today's workout requires no equipment whatsoever. It's going to be about 15 to 20 minutes. Make sure you have some water nearby. Take short breaks if you need it. And as always, don't move into any pain or don't try to do anything that's beyond your current fitness level. We're going to start shortly with our warm-up. And the warm-up has 3 phases. The first one being joint mobility. This is your opportunity to get in tune with your body, work your way down the segments from head to toe. Best part about this is usually we feel really good after this, so be sure to listen to my cues and follow along with me. Starting phase number 1, joint mobility in 3, 2, 1, right now. Standing nice and tall, looking side to side. Starting from the head and neck and working our way down. Make sure to breathe. Try to relax with this. Own your posture. This is not strenuous activity at the moment. Just loosening up the head and neck. And now chin to chest and look straight up. We're going through all the major joints in the body. Excellent work. Now ears to shoulders. Really try to isolate the neck. Stretching out the sides of the neck here. These are typically very tight for myself. Beautiful. Working your way down, big shoulder circles. Bring them up towards the ears, down towards the hips in these circular motions. Thinking about the collarbone and the shoulder blades. Range of motion will improve with consistency and time. And go ahead and switch directions. Same thing, big circles. One arm stays straight, same leg goes back. The heel stays off the ground in this staggered stance, and we're going to do big backward circles like this. Do the best you can. If it doesn't look like mine, that's okay. Try to bring the bicep close to the ear. Make sure to breathe. We're stretching out the hip a bit and the shoulder. Go ahead and switch directions. Smooth circles. Keep that arm straight. Excellent work. Same thing for the other side. Switch sides, stagger the stance, back heel stays up. The arm is straight, we're going backwards circles. Try to relax with this as best you can. Beautiful. And go ahead and switch directions. Keep that chest high. Excellent. Arms out to the side. Bring one hand behind the head and the other hand on the small of your back. Now, this doesn't have to be perfect. This is a good shoulder assessment. This will loosen up the shoulder joints, work a bit of coordination, and get a little bit of mobility going. Standing nice and tall. Try to relax with this one. A little bit more challenging for most people. Excellent work. Keep those hands out to the side. Slight knee bend. We're going to pivot as shown. Pivot on that back foot. Getting into a little bit more dynamic warm-up here. This is our golf swing. This is like a shot in hockey or a boxer punch. Good little rotation drill. Nice work. Feet flat, hands on the hips, big circles with the pelvis. Make sure to breathe. We're working our way down the chain, working the segments of the body. Switch directions, same thing. Nice job. Feet together. A little bit of a toe touch, reach down, and then up towards the sky. Your knees can be slightly bent the whole time. Does not have to be perfect. We're just loosening up the spine, doing some basic toe touches and overhead reach. Excellent work. Widen up the stance, shoot the hips back, reach for the floor. This is an adductor stretch. Stretching out the inner thighs, keep the chest high, back flat as best you can. Use whatever range of motion your body will allow. Stretching out the inner thighs. Nice. Stationery March. Driving the one knee up, reaching back with the opposite arm. Keep your core tight, tall spine. If you were to put this in fast forward, it would look like a 100-meter sprint. Excellent. Using whatever space you have available, slight side-to-side steps here. Stay light on the feet. Slight knee bend, core tight. Into the back pedal. This could be walking backwards if it has to be. Be very careful of your surroundings. Stay light on the feet. Almost done here. Excellent work. Great job on the joint mobility. Hopefully you're feeling good. I know I am. It's time to move on to phase 2 of our warm-up, core work, right? We're going to activate the trunk muscles since everything we do involves those muscles in our functional training. We're going to start phase number 2, starting flat on our back in 3, 2, 1. Laying flat on your back, stiffen the core. Bring your belly button down to the floor and gently tap the midsection to activate those muscles. We're going to do some deep breathing. Breathe out your air through pursed lips. Think about that midsection tightening up. A few deep breaths like this. When you're ready, all 4 limbs are up in the air. And we're going to hold that position. You should feel this in the midsection. You could also bend your knees slightly if you have to. Your hands are wide, fingers are apart. Drawing that belly button down towards the floor and holding the position here. Tense the midsection, but make sure to breathe. Visualize your core. Really get in tune with your body here. Excellent work. Feet are flat, knees are bent. Engage the midsection, drive with the heels. Stretching out the hip flexors, engaging the glutes for our hip thrusts here. You got it. Excellent work. Engage the core. One more round like this. All 4 limbs up in the air. Spread the fingers apart. Slight bend in the knee if you have to. Bring the belly button to the floor. Think pelvic tilt. Keep that midsection rock solid. Make sure to breathe, but stay tight. Excellent work, almost done. Beautiful. Bend the knees, keep the feet flat. Into the glute bridge for the last time. Drive the floor away with the heels. Nice job on the core work. Hopefully you're feeling that in the midsection. I know I am. And now we're ready for phase 3 of the warm-up, which is going to be crawl practice. Crawling might sound a little silly, but essentially we're going to be on the floor moving around in different patterns. And the benefit of this is that it's actually going to prime up your entire nervous system, your brain, your muscles, your joints, and prep your body so our training will be optimal. You'll be in a better physical state for our training, which is next. Okay, so listen to my cues. The timer is set for 2 minutes, and we're going to practice crawling on all fours. So your hands and knees. We're going to start this in 3, 2, 1 right now. Get on all fours. Stagger your hands. Keep the chest high. Try to look where you're going. We're going to push off with the one knee and reach forward with the opposite hand. Try not to overthink it. Just pretend like you're balancing something on your back. You do a few paces forward and then a few paces backwards. This will feel more natural in time. Do the best you can. If you're having trouble with this one, I'm going to give you a few suggestions here. You're going to notice I'm going to pause the movement and hold the staggered stance position for a few extra seconds. And this will get my brain and body accustomed to the position. So go ahead and hold that position for 5 to 10 seconds. And then resume crawling. Hold the opposite position. And then resume crawling again. Now you can do whatever tempo you're comfortable with, but the idea is to improve our coordination, our stability, stretch out the wrists, improve that T-spine mobilization, and get you ready for your training ahead. Pausing here and there and resuming the crawl. Good job on the crawls. Now that we're nice and warm and ready to go, we're gonna have a 10-minute challenge. We're gonna do 2 classic bodyweight strength exercises, the squat and the push-up. And if you're gonna follow along with me, I'm gonna start with the most basic, the most novice entry-level variations of those moves. So the wall push-up and then the sit down and stand up squat. Check out this short demonstration before we start. So if you're brand new, find a spot on the wall, have your hands about shoulder width apart or slightly wider, get up on the tippy toes, lower as one, and come up as one. Inhale on the way down, exhale on the way up. If the wall is too easy, find an elevated surface like a bench or maybe a coffee table and do the exact same thing. Everything must lower and raise at the same time, and that's why we're only doing 5 repetitions. And for the squat, using a low stool, maybe the bottom of your stairs, set your feet apart about shoulder width or slightly wider. Try to keep the feet flat. Sink down, sit right on the stairs for a second or two, and then stand up nice and tall between every repetition. And of course, if that's too easy, try half squats without any assistance like so. Knees stay in line with the toes, Slight pause at the bottom, stand nice and tall, engage your core the whole time. All right, now that you know what we're gonna do, push-ups and squats, we have 10 minutes on the clock. Obviously, I don't want you training the entire time. I need you to take short, frequent breaks. And what you're gonna hear me say is shake out the excessive tension in your muscles. So after a set, you're gonna take a few seconds, hop around, shake out your arms, shake out your legs, maybe pace a little bit, and then start it back up. The idea is to practice and get as many good quality reps as you can in 10 minutes. Now the cool thing, you can follow along with me, I'm gonna be doing wall push-ups, bench push-ups, and some squats. But after about halfway through, since I'm more advanced, I'm actually gonna be doing different variations of those same exercises. I want you to do whatever variation makes the most sense. For every 5 push-ups we're doing, we're gonna do 10 squats. And by the end of it, you'll get a lot of good reps, okay? This is the best way to train, especially in this video format. We're gonna start our training in 3, 2, 1, right now. Here we go. I am starting with the bench push-up. Core is nice and tight, lowering at the same time, driving hard with the palms. 5 good quality reps. Nice. And then using that low stool or the bottom of your stairs if you need it. 10 squats. Sitting down, standing tall. Keep the feet flat, keep the knees in line with your toes. Engage your core and stand totally tall as if you're being judged on your posture after every repetition. Excellent. Feel free to follow along with me or refer to the description on the side and go at your own pace. You can see I'm shaking out that excessive tension. I'm going to get into a set of wall push-ups just to further warm up. Again, 5 reps. The idea is to keep moving and practice good quality reps in these 10 minutes. For every 5 push-ups, 10 squats. You see it, I'm not doing it with the box this time, I'm doing it with just no assistance. The exact same movement, just a slightly more challenging variation. Standing tall, tensing the quads, tensing the glutes, keeping my feet flat. Excellent. This is it. We're rinsing and repeating. We're building up the nervous system, building up our muscles, getting some good quality training in, adding value to our body. Back to the bench push-ups. 5 reps. Every rep matters. Make them count. Think about your chest, your shoulders, your arms, your triceps, and of course your core. And for our squats, thinking about our quads, our midsection, our glutes, our hamstrings, our shin muscles, the whole body. Stand nice and tall between every rep. Good cues are inhale on the way down, exhale as you drive with the feet. Shaking out that tension. Staying mobile, staying moving. Five push-ups, 10 squats. Keeping that going. If you are using the low stool or the bottom of your stairs, try not to fully relax when you're down. You can sit, just don't let the tension leak from the midsection, and try not to crumble when you're sitting down. I like to have my hands out as counterbalance. Looking good, keep moving. Coming down to halfway. Now continue with whatever variations work for you. I'm doing full push-ups now for 5. Exact same exercise, just a slightly harder variation. Bodyweight squats with no assistance for this round. Core tight, chest high, sink into the hips, feet stay flat. Again, you can totally use the bottom of your stairs or that low stool the whole time. It doesn't matter. Do what's best for your body, but we're training together here. Stay moving, looking good. Light hops, shaking out the tension. Working on perfect repetitions here. I'm going back to the bench push-ups for 5 more. Core tight. Inhaling on the way down, exhaling as I come up. Back to the box squats. 10 reps. Starting to feel this in the legs a bit more here. We got under 4 minutes. Keep going, looking good. Short breaks when you need it. Try to keep moving. Shaking out that tension. Little light mobility here in between rounds for me. Feel free to do the same. Getting into your push-ups. Again, whatever variation works for you. 5 at a time. For every 5 push-ups, we do 10 squats. Looking good. Going at a little quicker pace here myself. Feel free to take short breaks if you need to. And again, you are doing whatever variation that you're able to handle. You don't necessarily have to be doing what I'm doing right now. 5 push-ups, 10 squats. Just over 2 minutes here, looking good. Finish the strong. Five push-ups, 10 squats. Building up our body, training our nervous system. Keeping those knees in line with the toes, opening up the hips as you sink down. Chest stays high, core is tight. Great work. Just over the minute left here. Keep going, looking strong. We're almost there. "30 seconds. Try to get at least 1 or 2 more sets in, then we're done." Nice work. Excellent job. Good job on your training. That was not easy. Give yourself a pat on the back. Push-ups and squats are 2 of the best exercises that you can do, especially with no weight. You will feel this in your upper body and lower body tomorrow, so I'm going to need you to follow along with me for a little stretch and a deep breathe. Tomorrow, I suggest you drink lots of water, take a recovery walk, and even perform your warm-up from head to toe again tomorrow just to stay loose, okay? Excellent work. Follow along with this cool down stretch, and we'll talk to you soon. Lay flat on your belly as shown. Relax your head. Place it on your hands. Breathe into the floor. Force the belly into the floor as you inhale. Exhale, let out all the tension in your body as best you can. Deep breathing, letting your body calm down. Keep that pattern going. When you're ready, start alternating, bending your knee, bringing your heel towards your butt, using whatever range of motion your body will allow. Don't move into any pain. Continue breathing, and one leg comes up, and then back down. Do the same for the opposite. Continuing to breathe, completely relaxed. Nice work. When you're ready, get into a Sphinx pose where the elbows are underneath the shoulders, chest is high. Hold that position, keep breathing. And if you're able to, go back to alternating, bending the knees, bringing the heel towards the butt, and then back down, alternating this pattern. This stretches out the front of the legs after all those squats. And if you're comfortable with it, get your hands underneath your shoulders and push the floor away. And we're going to do a modified back bend. Only go into whatever range of motion your body will allow. Do not move into any pain. We're going to come up, inhale, push the floor away, and then slowly back down towards the ground. Almost like you're doing push-ups, but the belly stays on the ground. The hips stay on the ground. Big back bend, pushing the floor away. Big inhale. Excellent. You got it. When you're ready, get into a tabletop position. So knees are underneath the hips, hands are underneath the shoulders. We're going to hold that position for a few deep breaths. And when you're able to, we're going to start getting into cat and cow, where we bring our chin towards the pelvis and then the crown of the head towards the tailbone, massaging out the spine. Relax with this one, do the best you can. Flexing and extending the spine. And when you're ready, we're going to finish with a little bit of rocking back and forth. Very therapeutic for the low back, for the hips, for the groin. Excellent work.